All right, then. Next up on our chopping block is the Pegasus, if I can read the cards.
Good luck.
Good old Pegasus. The Pegasus
Get
and
up.
all of these random people that look like their pictures were taken inside an office next to some open blinds. I mean, come on now.
So, no, the issue. So what's happening there is the vast majority of these crew members were never seen on screen. These are shots from the last episode of Enterprise, and I won't explain why because it's a spoiler, even though you should never watch that episode ever. And their pictures were shown really quickly as somebody was looking through them on a data pad in a place with a lot of these lights, and that's actually a screenshot from the show, and that's just the lights from the thing
Reflecting off the data pad.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool, we have Tucker, the only one of us who has seen Enterprise.
No, I've watched all of Enterprise at least
Oh, did you?
twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm alone there then.
So David, it felt like the series really kind of dragged on, huh?
There's a joke here. I know there is.
Would you say that it was a long road?
I knew that was coming.
Well, yeah, but I got from there to here.
Well, I bet it took a long time.
Anyways, U.S.S. Pegasus.
U.S.S. Pegasus. A massive, whopping 20 points for 2 attack, 3 agility. Interesting enough. 3 hull and 2 shields. Has 2 tech, 2 crew slots. Comes with a non-standard action bar. We've got evade, target lock, and scan. It does not have battle stations. I don't think we've really seen one of these since, well, the Dominion Gallers and Gorportuses. But last but not least, a special ability. All of your tech upgrades cost -1 SP.
So if you put a systems upgrade on this, it's 2 points cheaper to throw 3 cloaked mines on this than it is to throw it on the drone ship. Bye, drone ship.
Is it?
Yeah. The drone ship is 24.
Oh, correct. Gotcha. That's what I was missing.
The drone ship is 24, and because of the 1 point discount, you're effectively not paying faction penalty. So basically, and it's a little bit better because prototype 001, prototype 01 is tech crew for 24, or sorry, tech weapon for 24 points. This is tech crew for 22 and a systems upgrade. You lose 1 attack die.
And you get Riker. Well, if
yes,
you want to.
you could put Riker on there. I see what you're doing.
And then it's 2-4. Yeah, you're never killing this ship, except you don't get battle stations.
But you can get them on defense.
Yeah.
With good old Riker.
I just don't understand why this ship doesn't have battle stations.
It's a science vessel. Its crew are not trained for combat.
Excuse me, the friggin' Nebula class is a science vessel. The Intrepid is a science vessel.
Do we have it? Intrepid, really?
Yes, the Intrepid class is a science vessel. It's a heavily armed science vessel that is tougher and with better firepower than most of the Federation Starfleet, but it's officially classed as a science vessel.
A science vessel that was sent to hunt down rebels in a
Don't
plasma
ask
storm.
questions.
Well, if you ask too many questions, the whole premise breaks down.
Damn that breaking the fourth wall and what's that other term that I was trying to use incredibly intelligently and I already forgot what it was. Suspension of disbelief. Damn you.
That's especially true of Voyager.
Janeway broke the 5th wall. I don't know what that is, but she broke it.
Seems like it could happen. But anyway, any other uses for this ship besides cloaked mine carrier?
Well, cloaking device, multi-adaptive shields.
Yeah, it can be a super defense boat, and if you put that Type 8 phaser array on it, it'll at least roll 3 dice, but like at a durability of 5, like I'm not sure you want to.
You need a weapon slot.
Oh yeah. I can't even take that. That's true. So you're stuck at 2 dice.
You could throw Sakona on it and get the Type 8 phasers for free.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then you've basically made a Romulan drone ship.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
You can flagship the heck out of this thing.
Not anymore. You can't.
I'm not talking about OP play.
And we still have flagships till the end of the month. That's 2 weeks.
Do you use flagships in casual play? I only do it when I'm playing a mission that really, really needs it.
Yeah, I don't like using resources in missions. It seems kind of overpowered and silly.
Well, I mean, there are certain missions that just need them. Like that one where you have to rescue the whatever ship from the attacking Suluban. Like, you either need to do something ridiculously cheesy with movement, or you need resources.
But anyway, moving on, Pegasus. All right, little ship. It'll definitely have its uses.
Yeah, sure. It's a support ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this actually is a ship that you may see as the third ship in some Fed builds, like Fednaut Fighters Pegasus or something.
If you get something that puts a weapon slot on it, I could definitely see it being used for, but with some illegal Romulan technology.
Well, it also, by the way, keep in mind, can take a certain tech upgrade later in this pack for free.
Ooh. All right, moving on. We have a very interesting admiral.
If you thought that the Feds had some bad admirals before this, oh my God.
We have the 2-point Federation Admiral, Admiral Pressman. He is a -1 to your captain skill. As a fleet action, you can disable one of your tech upgrades to gain +1 attack die with your primary weapon this round, or you can discard one of your tech upgrades to gain +2 attack dice with your primary weapon this round.
So, aside from throwing escape pods out the window,
launch the escape pods at them! Ramming speed!
yeah, this is... Oh, by the way, there's no elite talent, in case you were wondering.
Which would have been nice. I mean, I could have seen that even. Would have been useful.
This is... I am, at a loss for words at how bad this admiral is.
Let me throw one idea out at you guys. The ability to manipulate captain skill.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's literally the only thing he's good for.
Is at least a little something. I know that it is better to bring somebody else up.
Mm-hmm. But this might be a cheaper alternative.
This might be the cheaper alternative.
I could throw this on Khan to bring him down a little slower, and that would let Martok give him extra actions.
Yeah.
There are a plethora of 2-point admirals that add a captain skill.
They might not all be in faction.
Give me 1 second, please.
No, I know they're in Federation. So
they're in Federation. They're in Romulan. Since Martok goes on an RSV, that's definitely Romulan. That's definitely Romulan.
Yes.
In fact, I think Huron's 1 point.
Yeah.
Huron's actually cheaper than this. Let's see, who else? Vulcans have 3 points.
Pretty much everything else is 3 points more. 3 points or more.
Sorry, what?
Pretty much everyone else is 3 points or more. I think Admiral Worf might be 2.
Admiral Worf is 2. Huron's 1. Every other one is at least 3. But there are four. There are 4 admirals in the game that add +1 captain skill for 3 points. 2 Federation, 1 Klingon, 1 Vulcan.
He'll find you somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, look, what are you putting Martok on where those aren't good enough?
As I said, there's not much that you're going to use him for right now, but a -1 might be something we might use somewhere in the future. Who knows?
You can always make it skill 0 captain.
And I'm very slow on the uptake here, but Gilvin just called us all nerds.
Oh, that's when we were enterprising out.
Gotcha. That was you guys. You were a bunch of nerds.
It was.
Freaking nerds.
The only other thing I can think of is skill 0 captain. If you really are desperate to move first.
I would rather take a Borg and spend all the drone tokens.
Oh, I understand. I would too, but that takes time.
608 does not take any time at all.
Now, we're done with marking on Pressman. We know he sucks.
Yeah, he really sucks. He really sucks.
We're gonna keep moving though. Captain Ronald Moore. 1 point Federation captain. He has 2 skill, making him one of the only 1 point captains in the game right now, along with like Sar and Terrell, or some silly Kazon. If your ship has a hull value of 3 or less, during the activation phase, you may disable this card to place a battle station token beside your ship.
Hey, who loves this guy?
Hood Riker!
Hood Riker!
Hood Riker! He's
Oh
super
my
cheap. He
God.
disables for something actually useful. And yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, he's great.
I like this guy.
Yeah, no, he's really amazing. I mean, and here's the best thing is that if you spend an action every turn to reactivate him, effectively you're still giving your ship battle stations for 1 point.
Because he's just a disable. He's not an action disable. So it's like, oh man.
Yeah. Now, it only works on ships with hull value of 3 or less, which is not the best.
Meh. Reliant.
But here's an interesting thing, by the way. If you need a 1 point captain, for pure captain skill purposes, or 0 with officer exchange program, you can put him on ships with higher than 4 hull value. He just won't do anything.
Yep. So,
if you wanted to, for example, run 3 Borg diamonds in whatchamacallit, in a 120 point, you could run officer exchange program and put him, Terrell, and
That's pretty much it.
do we have another? I swear, and Maxwell Burke on there.
Oh yeah, there's that guy.
eh.
They all have captains that do something, ish, kind of.
2 point
Not really.
captains. I mean, Moore ends up being blank, but Maxwell Burke works, and Terrell, of course, adds defense dice, which is actually kind of nice.
Indeed.
And at least you'd have skill 2 captains.
Not that I would at all advocate running 3 diamonds at this point.
Indeed. All right, so yeah, Ronald Moore is actually not too bad considering he's only two skill.
1 point captains were an honorable mention for my underdog captain list. I think they're great, and yeah, this guy just shows why.
Next up, we have another man that we already talked about today, and also beardless. So this now makes 2 beardless Rikers, and 3 bearded Rikers, and no crazy bearded Rikers.
We won't go back!
I don't know. Technically, Crazy Beard Riker was on that one, wasn't he? No, he
Yes.
wasn't. Was he?
No, his
Damn it.
picture was not on it. It was just a picture. It sucked.
I just wish he was.
There is no picture. There's no Riker that has crazy beard on it, which is sad.
Highly disappointed. But this Riker is another 4-point Riker, which is actually more expensive than the last Riker. Continuous ability, though, for this crewman, this 4-point Federation crewman. Your captain's skill number is +3.
What?
Plus, no.
That's cool. Let's keep going. If your captain is, I think that's just discarded. If your captain is discarded, or if you have no captain,
No.
your ship skill number is a 5.
No, it says disabled.
Is
Your
it
captain is disabled.
Is it a disable? It's hard to read from this very
Okay,
highly
let me-
pixelated image. Oh,
let
hey, it
me
actually looks
see.
better if it's smaller. Yeah, that looks like it says disabled.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. I'm seeing this, and that's a little bit harder to read.
So I am seeing 2 characters that have that go above the low character line, and discarded only has 1 between the D's.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. So
let me
so if
just
he's disabled or if you have no captain, which I guess counts as getting discarded, he becomes 5. And of course, last but not least, because he has a third ability, if you receive a communications failure or injured captain critical damage card, immediately flip it face down. What? What? That's pretty good.
You will always be a better captain if Pegasus Riker is around.
No chance of you losing your talents or your well, almost no chance.
So the only reason this guy is not going to see play is because Hood Riker is so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like when this card is invalidated because of another card that's just because of the uniqueness rule, you know that card is awesome. But let's say Hood Riker is banned. This guy is amazeballs.
Mm-hmm. There's only one question that we would have about him, and that is, if he becomes a captain, does he still retain his abilities? If you receive a communications ability or injured captain immediately for the face down.
How would he become a captain?
Oh, he doesn't actually become the captain.
No, he just sets your skill number.
Even better. Nice. First officer Riker stays first officer. He doesn't need to be captain.
That's correct.
He's not ambitious like that. He's on the Pegasus. This is when he was a coward. I mean, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
When he was too busy just taking orders.
Indeed. Yeah. Good Riker?
I like him with Kirk. If anybody still runs TOS Kirk with double hidden talents, he's your protection.
I like him with Madrid. Kind of like him with Gen Con. Even though he doesn't give him the boost, it keeps him from losing the boost.
I like him with any captain that regularly has to disable itself. I mean, this guy, look, the only reason this guy isn't amazing with Weiyun Conditional Surrender is because the other one is so much better with Weiyun Conditional Surrender.
All right.
In fact, wait, hold up. Isn't Injured Captain one of the few ones that actually stops Weiyun Barrel or Weiyun Conditional Surrender?
Assuming that Weiyun has Conditional Surrender. Because he still needs a talent slot.
Yeah, but I mean, that's easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I might like this. Wow. Right. There's some Terry, there's some slash fic for you.
Weiyun and Riker.
Yeah, let's keep going. We got 7 more things to do here.
Indeed, let's get this done. Andy Simonson, a 2-point Federation crew. After completing your ship's move before declaring your action for the round, you may discard this card to target a ship within range 1 to 3 of your ship and look at that ship's chosen maneuver.
I don't know why I would ever run this over Uhura or something.
Mm-hmm.
Not Uhura, but what's her name?
Aaron Hansen.
Aaron Hansen. Yeah, Aaron Hansen.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I mean, he does it after your ship moves, but at that point, what do you really care? I mean, I suppose he could be a one-time kind of guess which way to sensor echo thing on a cloaker, but aside from that,
if you need to evade again, this is useless. I don't know why you would ever use this.
Sorry, Andy. We'll get you a better card next time.
Or not.
Or not.
Or not. That's okay, because next up we have Phil Wallace, 2-point Federation crew. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I probably haven't been saying it, but everybody so far is unique, because, well, they all have names. Before you move, after revealing your maneuver dial, you may disable this card to reduce your ship speed by 1 to a minimum of, I think that's 1. It looks like 1 to me. Someone thought it said 0, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case.
Yeah, no, I think it says 1, and then there's a closed parentheses that makes it look like 0.
Mm-hmm. This is pretty neat, actually. Number 1, it only disables, so you can actually use him multiple times. He's relatively cheap, and he can give ships maneuvers they don't have. So all of a sudden, I could have like, a 2 come about, or a 1 turn.
A 1 turn, yeah.
1 turn is pretty hard. Is pretty rare to come by in these things.
You can I can even see times when it would be useful to do something like a 1 reverse instead of a 2 reverse.
Mm-hmm. But
I don't know what I want to put him on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
maybe Voyager.
I guess I could see it on Voyager. It's just that
since that doesn't have a 1 a 1 straight to begin with.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Hold on, where is he? Yeah,
The
so
Kel-
Travis Mayweather does a similar thing,
Mm-hmm.
and like he never gets played.
Yeah. Keldon's, he could also
Keldon?
get them, 1 banks instead, too.
Maybe Dominion battle cruisers, battleships.
Mm-hmm. Those 1 turns are really cool. Battleship that turns on a dime. Just costs an extra 2 bars of gold pressed platinum.
I mean, he's all right. It's just I don't see him fitting into any current builds with competition that's out there.
No. He's something, if there's ever a scenario where maneuvering is vitally important,
Yeah.
he's going to see some play. But he's
Yeah, so that's
he's a
that's
scenario piece. He is not a overall competitive piece.
yeah, so that's literally never going to happen in an LP. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Don Velazquez.
Velazquez, Jesus Christ.
I thought you were Mexican.
No, he's what? No.
No, I know.
4-point crew, 4-point Federation crew. Action: discard your captain card to immediately perform an additional maneuver from your maneuver dial with a speed of 3 or less. You cannot attack this round. This card then becomes your captain with a skill of 3 or 2. We'll go with 2. You cannot perform this action if Don Velazquez is your captain. Oh, so they actually started putting it on their thing that you can't do these things. She may only be purchased for a Federation ship with a hull value of 3 or less.
This is so bad. This is so unbelievably bad.
I was going to say, seems like even strictly worse than the discard captain that came with the blind ship?
Who is this not worse than?
I know, right?
Like, you discard your card to you discard your friggin' captain to basically Chakotay once, and then you can't attack, and it can only go on tiny ships.
Mm-hmm. This is a super desperation move that if you had the 4 points spent somewhere else, you probably wouldn't be in a desperate situation.
That's correct.
What was this one I was trying to think of? I just have to find this stupid one.
Are you thinking of... It's...
Man, where are the blind ships? Are the blind ships not on this one? Probably not. Oh well.
It's Benjamin Maxwell?
No. He's thinking of the Ferengi.
No, it is Benjamin Maxwell. Immediately before a move, you may change maneuver. If you do so, discard this card during the end phase.
Well, at least you get at least you get an additional maneuver.
Mm-hmm. Still isn't kept, though. So, Don, sorry, not taking you. You're not going anywhere.
Correct. All right.
Now we get to the good stuff, because obviously the agent always has to be the good stuff. Oh, wait. 2-point Federation crew, we have Eric Motz. Add 1 tech slot to your upgrade bar.
I would be a lot more excited about this if we hadn't just done systems upgrade.
Yeah.
I know, right? But, I mean, tech upgrades are cool, and there's a lot of things that have some extra crew slots.
This is systems upgrade, but worse for every other faction.
Mm-hmm. He'd make a fine person to use as discard disable bait on captains that do that kind of thing.
Romulans love him. Cilatra loves him.
Oh, thanks for the extra interface generator. Oh, I'm gonna have you shot out the airlock now.
You mean Terrace?
Did I say?
Yeah.
I said Cilatra. I meant Terrace. Will knew who I meant.
I did. I did the whole
Hey,
thing.
Eric Mods, please report to the airlock. You're needed for experimentation.
Firing the applesauce. Oh. Alright, so we got through all of our very generic-looking crew guys.
So by the way, for those who don't know, the trivia here, the Easter egg here is that these are all like producers and people who worked on Star Trek. Like Ronald Moore is that photo is of Ronald D. Moore, like the Ronald D. Moore. Don Velazquez was also a producer, etc., etc.
I knew Dawn. I didn't know the other ones, but makes sense.
You didn't know Ronald D. Moore?
I don't pay that much attention.
He produced many episodes of Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, and freaking Battlestar Galactica.
Also, all of Voyager.
I never watched Battlestar Galactica.
What?
Crap. Specialized Shields, a 4-point Federation tech upgrade.
What?
Damn it. When defending while your ship still has active shields during the modified defense dice step, you may re-roll one of your blank results. When suffering damage from an obstacle or a minefield, subtract 1 from the total damage. This upgrade may only be purchased for a Federation ship with a hull value of 3 or less. I wish I could take it on fighters.
What?
No, you're not revoking my nerd card, guys. I saw that. Star Trek. We're talking Star Trek here, damn it.
I really wish this wasn't restricted to a hull value of 3 or less. I mean, obviously it's amazing if you throw on multi-adaptive and improved deflector screens, but I mean, clearly, look, WizKids is clearly trying everything they can think of to get people to run ships with hull values of 3 or less, and it's just not working.
Because most of us don't want to die. Oh, look. One shot. Boom!
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if they put this not Federation only.
Right, yeah, running on Romulans or something.
Or the Scout Cube.
Even then, it's still more expensive than it's worth, I think.
Probably. But, eh.
Be nice if I could run it on something that cloaks.
Works against Stolians.
Woohoo!
Hey, by the way, speaking of something that cloaks...
5-point Federation tech upgrade. Unique. You can only have one of these. It's a very highly experimental doohickey-majigger. Phasing cloaking device. Add the cloak and sensor echo icons to your action bar. Each time your ship performs the cloak action, roll 1 attack die. If you roll a hit result, suffer 1 damage to your hull. While cloaked, your ship, 1, may only perform green maneuvers, 2, does not lose its action when overlapping another ship's base or an obstacle, and 3, suffers no damage when overlapping obstacles. This upgrade costs +5 for any ship other than a Federation Oberth class. Which is interesting. That means it can actually be taken by the generic of this ship, but I'm not sure why you'd ever do that when this would literally cost the same amount of points on the named.
It would cost 1 more point, but that's probably worth it.
But, yeah, when we talked about this when we first saw it, the first thing that came to my head was, why doesn't it let you overlap planets? Because that's what it was intended for originally in its design.
So here's the thing I just realized. Question. If I put this on a Klingon D7 class, and then put the Klingon flagship on it, can I cloak as a free action?
Don't see why not.
Yeah, you're adding it to your action bar.
And if you have it on your action bar, the flagship lets you do it as a free action. You'll have to roll the attack die every turn, of course, but
Cool. I have no idea why I'd ever do that, but...
I mean, it's only 10 extra points, which you could have gotten, like, a Fortune for.
No,
20
because the D7 has battle stations.
Oh, that's a good point. Except it could have battle stations, too, with Captain Moore.
Yes, Ronald Moore.
Ronald Moore.
Let's go. had to go look for the name, didn't you?
Shush! I knew more. But yeah,
No, you
phasing cloaking device compared to the other random cloaking devices you can equip on a ship.
This is so much better. This is, I mean, look, I'll take the 25% chance just to have it on my action bar. Tiny price, can cloak even if it has APTs.
37% chance.
25 or is it 3?
It's roll
It is
hit.
3. You're right.
So you might take a
37.5.
damage. You can only do green, but the benefits are you don't lose your actions, which is really nice.
And since you're probably thinking about running advanced cloaking anyway, only green is not that big of a deal.
That's a good point. 2 tech slots, 1 phasing cloaking device, and 1 advanced cloaking device. You have an advanced phasing cloaking device. It's new, improved, and it's advanced.
It's not stupid. It's advanced.
Well,
Might be a little stupid. Escape pod.
That was an Invader Zim reference.
I know. That's what I was going for. 1 point Federation tech upgrade. The escape pod, because apparently only Federation know how to escape from things. At least with this, we can recreate the Titanic.
To be fair, only one other faction has ever canonically been shown to use escape pods, which is the Klingons.
Interesting. Escape pod. When your ship is destroyed, before removing it from the play area, place 1 escape pod token in the play area within range 1 of your ship, and then choose your captain and/or up to 2 upgrades of 2 of your crew upgrades and place them under this card. Do not discard these cards with the ship. We do not have the full rules for the escape pod token, but one would assume that they could probably be picked up.
I mean, that's the big debate right now.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people in community who, just by sheer coincidence, tend to be the people that think that things like escape transporters are overpowered, who say that, no, you're not going to be able to pick them up. This is just a fleet point denial card, which is ridiculous.
And kind of a dick move. Be like, let's destroy everything. Oh, wait, I have 1 captain surviving. I win.
I think it's hilarious.
I'd rather just murder everybody. Straight up murder. But yes,
Is
escape
that why
pod could be...
able to shoot the escape pod.
That's a possibility. 4 evade dice, 1 hull. Kaboom! But yes,
I
But
don't
the
know.
answer is we're not going to be able to evaluate this card properly until we see what the token does.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if it is important enough that it can serve as a dreadnought limit breaker, then we will definitely have it in the next show when we're talking about builds for worlds.
Yep.
And that is that. But so overall, even aside from that though, the U.S.S. Pegasus has some really darn cool cards. Not sure I'd really run the ship as much, but I know some people would.
It's a good mind carrier. By the way, I forgot to say this about phasing cloaking device. You ready, Will?
Okay.
Immune to Tholian web.
Yep. Sorry, Tholians, your days are numbered. The reign of Tholians is at an end.
But yeah.
I don't know
Ronald
why we
Walker.
spend so much time on this show talking about Tholians.
Because they're darn cool looking with their geometric heads.
Okay, well, I'm now going to spend like 3 minutes every show talking about Vidians.
No! Oh, wait, because of the thing. Yes, do it.
This did not happen.
So, for those who didn't know, Will
Just so
Hold on. 1
understand
second here.
what point it is.
Okay,
Will
now continue.
almost lost to the Vidians the other day.